Hello, welcome to another video from edequity.org. Our organization hopes to provide free education to underprivileged children around the world. And my name is Jerry, and today I'm going to be teaching a pre-algebra concept called exponents. And exponents are a very important concept, and we will get started. So, what is an exponent? So, an exponential notation is a form of mathematical expression which allows us to write complicated expressions more clearly. So, an exponent is a number or letter written above and to the right of a mathematical expression called the base. So, let's say something 8, 2, right? So 8 is going to be the base, and 2 is going to be the power, and it indicates that the base is to be raised to a certain power. And you can write it in the general form, n to the x power, and x to the nth power, and x is the base and n is the power. So 8, 2, the 2 says to use 8 twice in a multiplication, so 8 times 8 twice equals 64. And this thing, you could read it as 8 to the power of 2, or 8 to the second power, or just 8 squared. So let's do some questions. First, let's do some questions with exponents with integer bases. So first question, so negative 10 squared. So notice how there's a parenthesis around negative 10. So you need to multiply negative 10 2 times. So negative 10 times negative 10 equals 100. Number 2, negative 9 to the power of 2, or negative 9 squared. However, notice here, you have to be careful that there's no parenthesis around negative 9. So the negative, it does not multiply twice, but the 9 multiplies twice. So you can write negative parenthesis 9 times 9 equals negative 81. So if the parenthesis does not include the negative sign, then the answer will always just add a negative sign. So if you look at this one, it's 9 times 9, 81, and you add a negative sign outside, which becomes negative 81. So number 3, negative 3 to the third power, or negative 3 cubed. So again, put a negative sign outside, 3 times 3 times 3, and you get negative 27. Number 4, you have negative 1 to the third power. So notice there's a parenthesis, but be careful. It does not mean that the answer is always positive. So negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, it will give you still negative 1. So notice here that something raised to the odd power will be negative. Something raised to the even power will be positive. So let's say a negative number, right? Oh, notice it's a negative number. So if a negative number like negative 1 is raised to the odd power, 3 is an odd number, the answer is going to be negative 1. And however, let's look at number 5, which says negative 3 parenthesis to the fourth power. So we have negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. And since this negative number is raised to an even power, the answer will be positive, and this will give us 81. And number 6, negative 7 to the second power. So you just do 7 times 7, you get negative 49. Number 7, negative 2 to the third power. You do negative 2 times 2 times 2, you get negative 8. So now let's do some questions with powers, exponents with fractional bases. So these ones are gonna be bit harder, but you can use the same concept. So negative 3/4 to the third power. So here you can just do negative 3/4 times negative 3/4 times negative 3/4. And since then it's raised to an odd power, the answer is going to be negative. And the top you get 27 and the bottom you get 64. So the answer is negative 27 over 64. Number 2. So here negative 3 to the 1/2 and to the negative 3.5 to the second power. So here you want to convert this mixed fraction into a real fraction, right? So you have to convert this, which gives you negative 7/2 to the second power. And now you can do negative 7/2 times negative 7/2, which is 49/4. Number 3, negative 3/2 to the fourth power. And same thing here, just do negative 3/2 times negative 3/2 times negative 3/2 times negative 3/2. And here you will get 81/16. And last question for today. Negative 3 2/3 to the second power. Let's first convert this to a real fraction, and you get negative 11/3 to the second power, and you do negative 11/3 times negative 11/3, you get 121/9. And that's all for today. We learned exponents and exponents with integer bases and exponents with fractional bases. And I hope you learned something from this video, and be sure to check out our website at equity.org, where we have more free practice questions and quizzes for you to do on many different topics, including math, chemistry, history, SAT, and different kinds of sciences. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.